If you wanted to compromise a spacecraft without being detected, you wouldn't start with the spacecraft. You would start with the people who built the spacecraft, the systems that update it, and the partners that deliver it. This is SPARTA Reconnaissance 0008, supply chain reconnaissance as the quietest path to mission compromise. So the first question is, who targets the supply chain? This includes advanced persistent threat teams and nation-state actors. They study trust relationships, including suppliers, contractors, update servers, and delivery paths. The next question we'd ask ourselves is, what specific supply chain information are they interested in? They are interested in four key supply chain information. The first one is hardware reconnaissance. Attackers gather intelligence on hardware components before delivery. For example, FPGAs and flight boards. If hardware is modified upstream, backdoors can be embedded invisibly, granting long-term control that survives launch, reset, and recovery. The second key supply chain information they are interested in is software supply chain. Software is an equally powerful entry point. Threat actors map source repositories, build systems, update pipelines, and distribution mechanisms. They may manipulate source code, replace compiled binaries, or compromise update servers. This would enable them to insert malicious logic that appears legitimate. When the software updates itself, so does the compromise. The third key supply chain information they are interested in is known vulnerabilities. Mind you, reconnaissance doesn't stop at architecture. As attackers identify operating systems, libraries, or open source dependencies, they search for known vulnerabilities. They look for leaked documents, vulnerability databases, and ground system compromises. A single unpatched weakness can become a mission-ending exploit. The last key supply chain information they are interested in is business relationships. Adversaries study who you trust, your second and third party contractors, managed service providers, and logistics partners. Each relationship expands the attack surface, revealing access paths, shipment routes, and systems with elevated privileges. Sometimes, the shortest path to the spacecraft is through a partner's network. So, how do we protect our spacecraft against this supply chain risk? We introduce two countermeasures. The first one is CM0001, which is protect sensitive information. The next countermeasure is CM0005, which is ground-based countermeasures. So we look at the first countermeasure, which is protect sensitive information. You need to identify and classify all mission-sensitive information. Example, designs, ICDs, command databases, and simulation results. Restrict access by role and necessity. Encrypt data at rest and in transit. The next countermeasure we'll look at is CM0005, which is ground-based countermeasures. Ground systems, contractor environment, and development networks must be protected like mission-critical assets. So, Reconnaissance 0008 asks the question, before your spacecraft ever launches, how well do you know who you are trusting?